Okay, this video will show you how to easily calculate the area and perimeter of rectangles. So we'll start with the perimeter. Perimeter simply means the distance all the way around. If you were to measure around the whole entire rectangle. So it's very simple here. The perimeter of a shape is the total length of the sides. So in the case of this lawn, we have 5 meters across the top, 3 meters across, for the height. So we simply add them all the way around. 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5. So in this case, 16. Now think about it. If we go back to that shape, are there any other ways of working out the perimeter? So let me take you back there. And what we did was we added the 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. Were there any other ways? Think about it. Okay, now that you've had a little bit of time to think, if you think about it and just looking at it, there's two sides that are 5 and two sides that are 3. So another equation that we could use is we can go 5 times 2, since there's two sides that are 5 meters long. And then we can go 3 times 2, since there's two sides that are 3 meters tall, and just add the 5 plus 3, add it to the 5 times 2 to the 3 times 2. I find it easier to add all the sides all the way around, but that is simply a preference. Okay. Now let's figure out the area. When they're asking the area, what they really want to know is how much space in the inside. Okay, these are cubed, whatever it is, millimeters, inches, feet, whatever we're talking about, because it's talking about how many cubes of that measurement would fit inside. And the way that we calculate area is simply to multiply the length times the height. Okay, in this case, we have 5 and 3, so we multiply it, and it's 5 times 3. The area of this lawn is 15 meters squared. Now, okay, in summary, perimeter, distance all the way around. You just add them, the length times the width plus the length times the width. Okay? Or you can do the length plus the width and multiply that times 2. Okay? Area of a rectangle, very simple, multiply the length times the width. Okay. Sometimes, however, shapes are made from 2 or more rectangles. We call that composite figures because we've composed them of more than one. So let's take a look at one of those. Like this, for example, the diagram shows an L-shaped floor, and we're trying to figure out the perimeter of the floor. Okay? And so what we would do here, remember that perimeter means all the way around. So if we measure all the way around here, I have 3, and there's a missing length right there that we're going to need to calculate, and there's a missing one there. That's going to be our trick. I think it's very easy for people to say, oh, perimeter, let me add the 3. And the 4 plus 5, and the 5 plus 2, and the 3. But let's not forget these 2. Okay, so think about it. It does say up here in the question 1 plus 5 and 2 plus, and 2.2. So where did we get those? Well, we know that this whole height right here is 4.5. This side shows that it's 3. So what was the difference between the 3 and this little piece right here? That's the 1.5. Okay. Where did the 2.2 come from? Well, we know that the bottom is 5.2. The top here is 3, so what's the difference of this little section? That would be a 2.2. So the perimeter of a composite shape, just add them all the way around. Don't forget the sides, okay? The one trick is that oftentimes they don't label every side. You're left to calculate the ones that don't have numbers assigned. Okay? Now, how could you find the area of this floor? Remember, the area is width times the length. We can't simply go 4.5 times 5.2 because there's a chunk missing. Let's take a look at what we can do. What you would do to calculate the area of a composite is, before you figure it, take that shape and break it down where it breaks down the most naturally, the easiest. And so they put this dotted line here. Well, now we can calculate the area of A, and we could also calculate the area of B. So if we look at A, that would be 3 times 4.5. Then we do the area of B, 2.2 times 3. Now that we have the total of both of those, add them together to get the area of the entire shape. Okay. Now think about it. Would there be other ways to find the area of the floor? Any other ways you can break that up? Well, sometimes what we see as the most natural breakup is not what other people see. Someone might have chosen instead, rather than put this line here vertically, they may have put a horizontal line across A. And in that case, they would have 3 times 1.5, and they would have this small rectangle at the top. Then they would do this large rectangle at the bottom, 3 times 5.2, and add those together. So do they give the same answer? Absolutely. There's no right or wrong here. It's just our eyes are naturally drawn to one way or the other. So I think I would have seen this one first, the natural left and right, A and B, but other people look at it and the first thing they want to do is cut off the top and do a top and a bottom. And both will yield you the same answers. So you're fine either way.